Oh, it is cold today. Goodness gracious. I was just at the barn. I was just about to leave, and Jason asked me, oh, I'll tell you what. You guys wonder about hobbles. I'll give you a little lesson here. So the most important part of the hobbles, rope is important. If the rope breaks, the hobbles break. If any part breaks, the hobbles break. So these look like ratty ropes, but they're not. I spent an entire 4 days investigating the very best kind of rope. Now, you can't go out and say, I need a rope that you can loop around, fasten together, and then it can withstand the torque of a horse. Every horse uses a different amount of torque. Ours use quite a bit sometimes, but it's not like you can find that rope. So most of the rope that I ordered was rock climbing rope. I figured if it's supposed to keep somebody from falling to their death, probably a good rope. So that is the rope we ended up buying. So all of our hobbles, when I get them in, all I want is the straps that connect right here. The straps that this goes around the horse's belly. That strap and the back strap. I bought all pulleys. So the pulleys are rock climbing pulleys. The rope is, for the most part, heavy duty. So two types of rope, I should say. One was the rock climbing rope, but the ones I actually like the best is the ones that they use to tie up boats with. It's I wish I knew the name. Dyneema rope, and it's I think 3/8 of an inch thick, if I'm not mistaken. I have it written down anyway. So I bought a bunch of that rope, used it. It works really well. So when our hobbles break, the horse breaks hobbles, it's usually in this area right here. Two things. This hooks on with a snap that goes back to the bike. You'll see those snaps break apart. You'll see this casing here. Sometimes will break apart. It usually doesn't, but more times than not, it's the rope. So I bought a lot of rope, a lot of pulleys. Pulleys are rather expensive, to be honest. Not shockingly, the pulleys that come with the hobbles that we buy are about $4 each. These ones, $52 US each is what I paid for these hobbles, or these pulleys. They're very good, they're interchangeable, and they work fantastic. So the reason I have these, Sue is racing tonight. I looked at her hobbles, I thought their pulley felt a little rusty. Went up, put a brand new pulley on her hobbles. So if they bust apart tonight, I guess it's my fault. So maybe I should have waited till after the race. But these look like they're on really, really good. So, as I said, very cold today. We got a number of the horses done. I'm going to be up front with everybody. There is going to be a lot of scratches tomorrow. There's a lot of horses that have slightly high temps, coughs, runny noses. Now, if they're just a little runny, fine. But if they have that thick yellow crap in their nose, you're just looking for trouble. So I would suspect there'll be between 10 and 12 scratches here tomorrow at the training center. Two horses were late getting here today, aren't even coming today. I told David Erickson, he's been waiting and waiting patiently for a video of Victor Cruz. I don't blame him. We bought the horse eons ago, it seems like now. We only had that first video from him on the track. Everybody's waiting. Him and Whispering Song were the last two. I was going to take them the other day. They both had mucus and temperatures. Didn't want to ship them like that. And again, we had two options. We had this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Lauren had called me and said, Anthony, still 100.6, which isn't bad, but still some mucus there, and they just look a little lethargic. I said, well, they're sick. So we'll ship them tomorrow. We're going to give them another day. I asked Lauren to run some fluids into them. They weren't going to be able to go tomorrow anyway, so we opted to take the second truck from Doyle, which is tomorrow afternoon, coming out of Kentucky, stop by Northfield Park, and they'll have our horses home tomorrow. Now, the only crappy thing is it's another day we miss with Swan's Honey. I guess she's going to have to jog here on Sunday for me to get my first look at her. I wanted to race her this past Thursday, but this was the shipping difficulties we face sometimes. I couldn't get in my truck and drive 8 hours to New Jersey. It just wasn't going to happen. So we were at the mercy of Doyle Transport. They will pick up Swan's Honey tomorrow afternoon at Northfield Park and ship them to us in Ohio. So that's the scoop on what's going on with them. As I said, a number of scratches. I can tell you right now, Fashion Presidente is scratched. I just saw him, thick mucus. I feel terrible. Kyle Gray and here, I gotta give Jason's hobbles. Here, take your hobbles. They're fixed. Okay. Perfect.
The other man's way here, Bob.
Yep, I will. Way you go. See you later. Delivered. So Fashion Presidente is scratched. I feel bad. Kyle Gray and Brent Hopper have been waiting forever to see their own horses. These are homebreds they sent here to sell shares in. It's kind of important that we get them droned. My take on it is simple. If we push them right now, there's a chance we may not have them perfect for the open house, and really that's what we're looking for, that December 11th, 12th, whatever day it is, open house for all the horses. I don't want any horses not to go that day, so it's important that we do it right now. So unfortunately, I know that Sterling Euphoria, Absolute Euphoria, one of them's her mother's name and the other one's her name. Anyway, she can't go tomorrow. She's just getting over the virus and she was sick for a week. The other little guy, Platinum Spirit, I think their other horse is coughing now this morning. We're going to try and get him in tomorrow, but we'll see. No guarantees there. 5 fish species. She's not going tomorrow. She's sick. Anybody else? I think somebody said there was another horse with thick meat. Tactical Tactor coughed today 2 or 3 times. Temperature of 101.1. There's at least a chance that Tactor's not going to go tomorrow. So that sucks. But I'm certainly not going to jeopardize the horse's immune system or health just to make sure that we get the first drone in when we have the open house coming. So I know it's a bit of a kick in the butt. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but it has to be horse first, and there'll be a number of scratches tomorrow. Now, that's out of the way. We're claiming the horse on Sunday. We're going through with that. So anybody that wants in, I don't know how many shares are left. I told everybody we were very, very close. We had a number of people say they wanted 5 and took 3 and 10 and took 6. So we do have some shares left. Let me know if you want in, because after we put that claim in, you're locked out. So that's the way it is. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to leave it open until, let's say, 5 o'clock on Sunday. If your name is not in by 5 o'clock on Sunday evening, I'll have Kelly send a form out. If your name's not in by 5 o'clock on Sunday, you can't be involved with that ownership group. There's just too much going on right now. So there's that. We have the 2 horses that we have. I've talked to people that used to take care of the horses, or people that used to have the horses, or drivers that have driven the horses. So I've done my homework as much as I can on the horses. We have our 2 names in the hat, so to speak. So the way this will work is we are going to put a claim in on the horse in race 1. If we don't get that horse in race 1, we're going to switch that over to the horse in race 3. We may not get either of them. We may not get the horse that we want, or any horse, but that's how we're going to move it going forward. We had a couple of people say, do you want to claim some pacers? I don't really want to. I don't want to. If you want to, let me know. As it is right now, we have about 6% of people that might want a pacer. I have not put it forth to anybody right now that we'd be interested in that, because I'm not super interested in it. But if that's something you want, we will look into that. I can tell you that there is a 40,000 claiming series coming up in Ontario, first part of January. We're going to have a horse or 2 in it, and we're going to claim a horse or 2 out of it. So a good place for us to grab some additional horses. I have been looking on Gate. There's nothing really that catches my eye. The last one we didn't get. I went to 16,000 on the horse. I don't even know what it went for, but I know it went for more than 16 because I was out at 16.3 and then I stopped looking. So a number of horses we're looking for. As I said the other day, I can't remember if Jason put in high gear, no fear. I left it with him. His liver count was high. He wanted to race him at Flamborough and the non-winners and nothing last 5. It's going to take time to get this liver count down. I know it's frustrating because we bought him to be a good horse, but I mean, silver lining here is mechanically he's fine. We just have to get him healthy. That's what we have to do with the horse. So that's what we're going to continue to try to do. Yesterday, we had White Tiger to the vet as we suspected. Everything points to him hitting himself, his left front pastern and foot. Looks like he hit it, made that break. It filled up. You could see bruising in his foot, so he did grab it. Thankfully, we had bell boots on him, or he could have hurt himself. The pastern area was also filled up. So it's going to take a week or so to get it back down to normal. Amy said she had him on ice today, and his leg looks much, much better. So however long it takes him to get back to 100%. There's a lot of little ligaments and tendons in there. You don't want to start screwing around with that area. So we want to make sure that he's 100% healed up before we start pushing him again. But he's not lame. There's no, I'd sent the full vet report out. Sometimes I don't like sending them because they're very technical, but this one was pretty clear. It painted a picture of a horse that hit himself, and 2, Let everybody know that there was no serious issues there. We shocked the left front foot, injected his hocks behind the head, and had anything done to them in quite a while. So he should be back to 100% within a week or so, I'd say. What else do we got? I think that might be it. So, anyway, claiming series coming up at Northfield Park. 25,000 on Sunday night. You'll have till 5 p.m. to get your name in. If there's shares available, I'm going to ask Kelly to post that form today. We'll compile on all those. And for those of you who maybe are getting in late, these will be timestamped. So once we get to 100, that's it. First come, first serve. As I said, claiming one at a race 1. If we don't get him, we'll put a claim in on the one at race 3. And if we don't get him, we'll try again next week at 27. But for now, 2 horses on our radar. Race 1 and Race 3, Northfield Park on Sunday evening. A great night last night. Northern Blizzard was a winner. Congratulations to everybody involved with him. Compass Rose DC raced good. Her first start, I looked, her first start ever at Mohawk, I believe, was last night. She raced pretty good. And then we got So and Sue tonight. Got the Lunatic tonight. We'll see how she is. Good luck, James. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. I hope you're having a good day. It's a cold bugger here in Ontario. Take care.